From Appleton, Wisconsin, this is the Anderson Pens Podcast.
Welcome to Anderson Pens Podcast, episode 434 for Thursday, April 7th, 2022.
That's right, Brian. It is my birthday. Oh, lovely. Which means I hear there's cake, there's going to be ice cream, there's going to be pin the tail on the donkey, and my favorite part, of course, presents. But additionally, this week, we have Banter, news, updates, my ink of the week, a piñata filled with Esterbrook candy, a trip to Antarctica, courtesy of Visconti, a French lesson from Waterman, butterflies from Penlux, new notebooks from the Great White North, a contest winner, a new contest, plus 4 dual shading Manyo inks that are coming soonish. Soonish.
Eric.
Yes, Brian.
What did the bartender say to the Neutron when he asked for his bill?
What did the bartender say to the Neutron when he asked for his bill?
For you, no charge.
That makes sense. I don't have a joke this week, but I have a confession.
All right.
I have a confession. It's something I have been
And
keeping.
happy birthday.
Well, thank you. I have been keeping this under wraps because it's kind of a secret thing. It might be a scam, but whatever. Now I'm ready to talk about it because it's a money-making opportunity.
Okay.
Just this morning on eBay, I sold my homing pigeon for the 22nd time. Sad birthday. How are you, Brian?
I am fantastic.
Are you
How
fantastic?
Yes.
I am fantastic. Did I tell you it's my birthday? I might
you
mention
did.
that again one or two times. Location bumper.
Okay.
You haven't seen it, but you know these locations.
Yes.
This was a Kwik Trip location. This one was on Wisconsin Boulevard, out going towards the airport way.
Okay.
But I like Kwik Trips.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if you've ever been in Wisconsin, you've at least seen a Kwik Trip, probably stopped at a Kwik Trip. They're based in La Crosse, Wisconsin. They have 700 plus stores in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa, and I'm convinced that 300 of them are right here in Appleton. They truly are.
They're everywhere.
They're not on every corner, but they're very convenient and very well stocked and clean.
And they have really great Rice Krispie
Those
bars.
Rice Krispie bars. yeah.
Fantastic.
So I think it's very much a part of Wisconsin and very much a part of Appleton because they're on many corners.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I buy my gas.
Yep.
Is that where you buy your gas?
If they have diesel, yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, if they have diesel.
The one right by my house does not have diesel. So
Oh, that's a shame.
it is.
But some of them do, right?
Yes.
Some of them have car washes. Mm-hmm. Not all of them. But they are on every... There's more Kwik Trips here than Starbucks, and there are plenty of Starbucks.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about this one more time.
Okay, great.
It's the Kennedys in Chicago for a 2-day in-store nib customization and pen repair event. What do you know about that?
Well, just speaking with Kennedys yesterday, so excited to come out. We're going to have nib grinding by Linda and tuning, and then Mike will repair your pens or at least take a look at them for you. But it's going to be all day on Saturday, so 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's what date?
That's April 30th. Sorry.
So the end of
Saturday,
this month.
April 30th, yes. And then on Sunday, May 1st, it'll be 10 a.m. We're going to open 2 hours early, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. As well. So no advance reservations. There is a sign-up sheet every day. So if you do not get called, then you have to, sign up. But
That's basically how it works at pen shows.
Yes.
And speaking of pen shows, this is the weekend of the Chicago Pen Show.
it is the weekend of the Chicago Pen Show. So if you can't get out to the show, this will be
And many people
nice
do go to
alternative.
pen shows just to have some nib work done. So this is much more convenient.
Well, to have it done and not have it be a 16, 22-week lag.
True.
If you send it in. So
If you send it in, they have...
if you got to wait for 2 hours, then that's probably not the worst thing in the world. But
Yes, one thing about getting it done with the nib grinder in front of you is you get to sit with the nib
Yep,
grinder and,
feedback.
and they give you the pen and say, what do you think? And you write something and you tell them what you think.
Yep.
And so it becomes very customized. And you're going to the Chicago Pen Show.
So I will be at the Chicago show on Thursday and Friday only, April 28th and April 29th. No prearranged location or anything. I'll just kind of be walking around. If I can sit down, I will have some vintage pens with me. It looks like I may have some Esterbrook with me, some vintage Esterbrook, and some vintage Japanese pens.
You have, for many years, you've been known as the king of Esterbrook, so it doesn't really surprise me.
We had a few. Yeah.
Just had past tense? You still have buckets. I've seen them.
But yeah, we'll have those, and I will have those pins. If for some reason I can't set them out at the show, I will have them.
Tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah, just tap me on the
Got
shoulder.
any pens?
I will have them at the Chicago store, so definitely have them
That
there.
makes sense. Makes sense. So that's the Chicago Pen Show is at the end of this month, from Thursday, April 28th until Sunday, May 1st. The Kennedys at the Anderson Pens Chicago location are Saturday, April 30th and Sunday, May 1st.
Yes.
Monday, April 11th is a very important day. It's National Pet Day.
Fantastic.
National Pet Day this coming Monday. National Pet Day was started in 2006 by animal welfare advocate Colleen Page. She wanted to celebrate the joy pets can bring to us, but she also wanted to call attention to the ongoing needs of many pets waiting in shelters to be adopted. You have two of those yourself.
I have two adopted cats.
You have two. That's Max and Seiko.
Max and Seiko.
And they're characters.
They're
They
fluffy.
They're fluffy. They have personalities. And you enjoy them very much.
Yes.
The National Institute for Health has conducted research indicating that not only can pets steal our hearts, but they also contribute to overall cardiovascular health by lowering cholesterol, cortisol, and blood pressure levels. Very important. You should live forever now.
Now only if they can take place of exercise.
Just get more cats.
Just get more cats.
Just get more cats. So Monday.
Wouldn't Lisa be surprised?
I don't think so. She'd say, "Oh well, that's fine."
We have discussed a third.
Max and Seiko might be surprised.
Yes.
A third? I didn't know you were discussing a third.
We're talking about a third. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put the link for Petfinder down below in the comments because adopting is you found that rewarding and
Yes.
and
Yep.
fairly simple.
Yeah. Max just stared at me. He just
He picked you.
He said, "I'm not you."
Yeah, and then I think you were on the way out the door with Max and you saw Seiko.
Actually, it was the other way around.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was the other way.
And these two didn't know each other.
Nope.
Oh, you forced them together.
And that's what it looks like every day.
Do you remember a while back we talked about someone winning a Biffy Award
Yes.
for best regional short?
Yeah. Who was that?
That was our own Justin Johnson,
Oh, it was, yes,
award-winning
that's
filmmaker right here behind the camera. His short was and is titled Mittens.
Okay.
And it is now for the first time available.
Oh, great.
To be viewed by the general public.
Where?
It's usually they're kept off of public accessibility locations during the film festival circuit.
They don't want anybody to leak.
Apparently, yeah. The film festivals have all kinds of strange rules, but it is now available. And I'm going to put a link to it down below.
Oh, great.
I'm going to put a link to it because I think we're all interested
I'm definitely going to watch
in what Justin made to win an award.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
Cool.
a special announcement.
Okay.
That I'm gonna announce it, and you can tell us all about it.
Okay.
Wishlists at AndersonPens.com. Something's going to change.
Yeah, we talked about this briefly
We
a
did
few weeks
hint
ago.
at it, yeah.
We're transitioning over our software that handles the wish list. So the current one is kind of a baked-in solution, and it's kind of bulky, and it doesn't work all that well. And we found a better solution. The problem is they can't talk to each other. So if you have something that's on your wish list, if it's important to you, you should write it down or
Take a screenshot
or
print the page, something like that.
yeah, because they won't talk to each other. So we'll have to start over from scratch. But I guarantee that the new features I think will be.
Yeah, the blog post says or something says that the new features outweigh the inconvenience.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And this change is happening this Sunday, the 10th.
This Sunday we're
just
gonna do
the
that, yeah.
eve of National Pet Day.
Yes.
And there is a blog post that gives a little bit, says exactly what we just said, but in a nice format. I'll put a link to it down below.
Nice thing about this too is we can help out if somebody has something in their wish list and they call in. We can actually see what's in there.
Currently you have no.
I have no idea what you've got in your wish list.
Oh, that's true. Otherwise, we would just save it for you.
Yeah.
But we can't even see it.
Yeah. So that'll be great.
That's this Sunday.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, stuff has been happening on YouTube. Last Friday, we posted Steph's top 3 under 25. I was there for the recording of it. She chose wisely.
Great.
And she did a really good job. last Sunday. I don't know if you saw it.
I did
Anderson
watch it.
Pen's Sunday Brunch Menu 1.
Menu 1.
Menu
Is that what
1.
we're calling it?
Yeah, calling it Menu 1. This coming Sunday will be Menu 2.
Okay.
That was fun. We talked about the Parker 51, both aerometric and vacuumatic, and then you showed me all the reasons why I never want to refill a Retro 51 refill.
Which if you watch it, the refill that we filled didn't actually write. But of course, an hour later, once it all wicked in, it was just fine.
That little wick at the bottom was getting,
Yeah.
didn't want to fill. Tomorrow, Friday,
Okay.
you're starring on YouTube with Brian's top 5 under $500.
Do we have to film that yet?
No,
Did we do that already?
stay tuned. And of course, this Sunday, AP Sunday Brunch Menu 2, where we're going to have a conversation, and you're going to tell me, because I want to know, how to identify a quality vintage pen found in the wild.
Yeah, so this will be fun.
This is going to be
fun.
informative, because you know vintage pens, and I have always said you have a keen eye. If something's wrong with that pen, he sees it from across the room. But you'll tell me, and by telling me, everybody, what to look for in a vintage pen, because I like vintage pens, but they're a little bit scary.
They can be intimidating, especially if you don't know how to repair pens.
Yeah.
And people people, myself included, seem to rescue every fountain pen that they see in the wild. And
That explains a lot.
and really, we need to stop doing that because there's a lot of bad pens out there.
This will be interesting, and I do hope that this week we'll have some coffee.
Yes. So we need to have
brunch.
something. Yeah.
We'll get coffee this week, and then we can work on Eggs Benedict and waffles and things like that. There's a new blog post. In addition to the blog post about the wish list change, there's a new blog post by Lisa. You know her.
Yep.
She's your wife. She posted a blog post, her top 5 spring inks, and she made a very nice palette.
Okay.
She has an art degree of some kind.
Yes.
So she chose very wisely, and I didn't know what she was going to choose, and she didn't know what my ink of the week was, but one of her spring inks is my ink of the week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is Herbin Bouquet d'Antan, and it's a pink. It's pink. I call it a pastel pink. It's a beautiful, easy on the eye pink. Now, I have tried this ink in the past.
Okay.
But I usually use fine nibs. I cannot recommend this for fine nibs because I
too
can't
light.
read it once it's on the paper.
It doesn't pool dark enough. Doesn't give you that darker.
It certainly it writes like this, but it's so thin you can't see it.
Yeah.
So it's very legible with this broad. But in a fine, I always had trouble with it. But it's just so pretty that I had to try it again.
It is a lovely color.
Very lovely color. It's good flow, no feathering, no show through, no bleed through. Easiest thing in the world to clean.
Yeah, Erebon inks generally are.
I made this handprint near the sink, and then I looked at my bar of lava soap across the room, and my hand was clean. I don't know how that happened. And then I turned the water on, and just the sound of the water cleaned the pen. So I don't know.
Yep.
It's very easy to clean 30 milliliter bottles and 3 milliliter samples. These bottles, I like these bottles, but I have always complained that I don't have a single pen that fits on this pen.
There's no pen.
I don't know what that's for.
A dip pen
Maybe
will fit
a
on
dip
there.
pen,
A dip
yes.
pen will fit on there.
Dip pen. But yes, so I really like this ink, and I was glad to see that Lisa had chosen it.
Good.
So there you have it.
What goes up and never comes down? Your age.
Do you remember, Brian, that in the intro I mentioned a piñata
Yes.
filled with Esterbrook candy?
Yes.
The candy, of course, is a new pen released just last Friday by Esterbrook. It's an Estie Candy limited edition in both standard and oversized.
Yep.
We don't have it. I mean, in our hands, we don't have it.
We don't have it. Yeah, actually, there was a slight delay in getting the pens to Ken Rowe, and Ken Rowe kind of bantered about whether they should launch it or not. But it is not an April Fool's joke. It is coming. It's going to be about a week late.
And pre-sales are going on right now because
Yes.
Ken Rowe's very good about letting us know what's coming, telling us when we can release it, and
Yep.
usually the pens are here before the release
Usually,
date because they plan that very well. Everybody gets their pens first. This time something happened, but they did say go ahead and take pre-sales if you like. So we are pre-selling this. It is the Esterbrook SD limited edition color candy. It features an extraordinary diamond cast material from Mackenzie Penworks with swirls of pink and purple on a background of Yinmin Blue. Yinmin Blue is a 2009 discovery that made history for being the first natural blue found in over 2 centuries.
How does that work?
Well, I did some research,
Okay.
and it's difficult to explain.
How do you discover blue?
It's difficult to explain, but they
Okay.
were working with chemicals. They were working on something else, and they said, "Oh, look at this blue. Oh, it's new. Oh, it's amazing."
Okay.
There's
All
a
right.
lot to read about it.
Okay.
Just in the one Wikipedia article. So if you're interested, I did find it fascinating, but I cannot explain it to you.
Okay.
Cannot explain it to you. Gold trim accents on these pens. Amazing combinations of color. It's a number 6. Jovo nib in extra fine, medium, broad, 1.1 stub, and I don't know about these two.
Journaler and Scribe, yes, and we also will have them in the new needlepoint.
There's a new needlepoint
There's a
that
new
I know
needle
nothing
point.
about. Tell me.
There's a needlepoint that will be available on a limited basis. So.
So, for anybody who may not know, I'm going to interpret that. A needlepoint is even finer than
It's an
extra
extra.
like a quadruple
Yeah,
extra fine.
It's as fine as you can get.
Do we know, are those being ground to needlepoint?
Yes, they're being
okay.
ground to needlepoint.
So just like the journaler and the stub, there'll probably be eventually a backlog of those.
Yes, yeah.
Although I don't know that
I
they'll
don't.
be as popular.
They'll probably not be as popular as the journaler has been by far the most popular of the custom options.
Yeah, I have one, and I liked it so much that, well, I probably mentioned at the Philadelphia Pen Show, Gina was there. Gina does the grinds, and I gave her 2 of my pens. They put journalers on them because it's really the only way you can get them easily
Yeah.
is to be in front of her.
Yep.
These candy also have the cushion cap.
Yep.
And
Which gives it a little bit of a spring and then helps seal the
helps
pen so it doesn't dry out.
out. And I think I also mentioned a trip to Antarctica. And we only have the one of these right now because the other one is with Steph. And
being
somebody's
photographed.
being.
Yep.
This is a new Opera Master.
This is nice.
It
I
is
like this.
gorgeous.
I like
Gorgeous.
the blue transparency, the white.
It's a beautiful pen, and I have always liked Visconti nibs. I know they went through a period of time when people were not very happy with them, but I like Visconti nibs. The Visconti Opera Master Antarctica features, as you mentioned, a semi-transparent resin cap and body of luminous blue and white swirls inspired by the frozen tundra of Antarctica. The clip features bright blue enamel to highlight the Visconti name. The pen features Visconti's hook-safe lock closing system and uses the double reservoir power filling system. The in-house 18-karat gold nib is handcrafted in Florence, Italy, and is available in fine or medium.
Yep. Well, this one's fantastic. It's even got a transparent
that's
section
beautiful. You
right
can
by
see
where the
right
nib
there.
is.
And I assume that no two are the same.
No two are the same. They're all completely different.
The double reservoir power filling system means that it won't leak.
Right. It operates like an ink shutoff. So there's 2 stages. A front stage that is locked off from the back.
So can you empty the front stage like before you get onto a plane?
Well, no, you can't, but you can
into
back this off, and then if you hold it down, then the ink will drain down into that. Or you can, you can do it this way.
You can
Yeah,
empty it that
do it
way
this way.
and then
That's what
close
you
it.
mean. Yeah.
And so that's good for air travel.
Yeah, and these are limited editions, so they're numbered, serial number on the knob.
Well, I didn't even know these were coming.
Surprise!
They were surprised.
Yeah, this
And it's
enamel on the clip is beautiful.
Very nice size, the Opera Master. Beautiful pen. So it was a very nice surprise. I'm going to let you take this one. This is one of your favorite pens of all time.
I love this pen.
You
The
do?
Waterman Hemisphere has always been one of my favorite pens. This is the new Hemisphere Essence de Bleu. Give that to you. This features a navy blue lacquer barrel with a chrome-plated cap that is engraved with wavy lines. It sports chrome-plated clip and trim. And the snap cap closes securely with a soft click, and the cap is postable. Comes with a steel nib, writes smoothly in a fine or medium, and it is takes a standard international cartridge or Waterman converter available separately.
And it's quite lovely.
It is a beautiful, beautiful cap in a nice dark blue.
Yeah, the cap really, the wavy lines make it very nice.
Yeah, it's very
And this is also available in, I think, ballpoint.
rollerball and ballpoint.
Okay.
Yep.
And let's see, it said it was postable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a
Oh, very nice postable.
Hemisphere is a great posting pen.
And you would use that postable.
Oh yeah,
Postage.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a real nice
You're
length.
a fan. You're a big fan.
I'm a big fan.
I don't own one.
One of my very first modern pens was a Waterman Hemisphere.
And you mentioned it's a snap cap.
Yep. Real nice.
Lisa would like that.
It's a beautiful, beautiful pen. So they're
very shiny.
They're gonna be coming out with that cap design in a Karen too, and I've got those on order.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
the Karen is gonna look awesome.
And this is a little bit of a thinner pen.
Yes, the Hemisphere is a little thinner.
And the Karen is a little girthier.
It's slightly girthier, yeah, but it's got a lot more of a taper, where this is a kind of a flat top design. Little angles at the top.
They did a very nice job here. This is a good-looking pen.
Yes. When we get the Karens in, my name is on one of those. But
Oh, you've already...
I actually just ordered the extra one. But we have the Hemispheres now.
Yes, I think we have, right now we have fountain pen and a ballpoint. I think we're waiting on the rollerball because you said rollerball is available.
Yes.
Euploea? Euploea, there we go.
Penlux Masterpiece Delgado.
And they're quite nice.
What a nice color combination.
You know, I have to agree that rose gold on this looks really nice.
It does look nice. This would be great with your shirt, except you don't have a pocket, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, just tape it there.
But a little bit thinner.
Are you saying this is my birthday present?
No.
No.
How did you get that?
I don't know. Interpretations.
Okay.
Another Delgado, so it's a little thinner than the Grande.
Yep.
Piston filler. High-grade acrylic. Number 6, Jovo nib again. This fine, medium, broad, and 1.1 stub. But special order nibs are available because you can get it with a 14-karat flex.
You can get it with 14-karat flex or 18-karat.
18-karat that doesn't flex.
Yes.
And we've been waiting for these. We expected them a couple of weeks ago, and Starry Night arrived. These are butterflies just taking their time. We have sirens in the background. Wonder what's going on. We are actually facing the street here.
We'll see in a minute.
We'll see. Or 20 minutes. Don't know how long this can... Okay, it's getting closer. It's going to be a fire truck. There it goes. They're always coming into our podcast. Remember, you and Lisa did the one at the park, and they had to go by. Anyway, the Penlux Euploea.
You know, and it's got a little bit of, must have a spring in the inner cap.
Yeah.
So it's really similar to that cushion cap in Esterbrook or the 3776. But yeah, it's got a little bit of...
They're doing a very nice job with these.
Yeah.
Very nice job.
Nice.
I think, did I hear a rumor that some more Starry Nights came in?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Because now that's not a Delgado, that's a Grande, right?
That's a Grande, yeah.
And beautiful pens.
So these are a little bit more, and a little bit different design too. It's a little more rounded on top and a little more pointed on the bottom. But
I think they did a great job with the colors.
Yes.
And I can't argue with the furniture they put on that. Much as I'd like to, I can't. Won't. Something new from Canada.
From Canada.
From Canada. Well, they're designed in Canada.
Designed in Canada.
And these are, of course, the Paperblanks Notebooks. I have 2, and I'm not sure what size these are. MIDI, I think they call them. MIDI.
Yes,
a MIDI, and
an Ultra. Yep.
I think you're holding the Pear Garden.
Pear Garden,
both of which are lined. And these are just a few examples of Paperblanks. All their covers are extraordinarily
They're very
gorgeous.
nice, yes.
The rack is by the other entrance, the far entrance of the store, and people just always stop there.
Yep.
Because it's so eye-catching.
You can't make a decision, usually.
No, you need one of each. I'm not sure what I have. This is Western Hemisphere, and this is Celestial Planisphere. Justin, of course, will show closer up views of these. I'm really liking the Western Hemisphere.
I like these ones that close like this. They have a magnetic closure on the front. That's really nice.
An Ultra, I imagine.
This
Ultra,
is an Ultra, yeah.
Ultra, MIDI, and a Mini.
That's a Mini, yeah.
So, tall, Grande, and a Venti, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So, good paper, too. I like the paper in these. It's very, very fountain pen friendly.
Are they all lined, or do they sell blank as well?
They do have. I think they do have some blank.
I like the lines on this one. The lines are not too far apart and not too close. They are perfect. I think I might need a notebook. Do you know I have a notebook problem?
You have a notebook.
I have a problem with notebooks.
Is that your pile? Now you took one of mine, so.
Here, you can have that one back. I like these 2. They're mine.
Did you know birthdays are good for your health? Studies have shown that people who have more birthdays actually live longer.
Mr. Anderson, as you may or may not recall, last week, right here in front of this camera, I asked the audience to help us define what is vintage.
Yes.
Did you said something? You had a definitive answer.
My answer is always Parker 75 and before.
Right.
Parker 75 is kind of they're the dividing line between modern.
And you say vintage people kind of agree on that.
Yeah.
According to you. And I say pre-1950s. The 50s are mid-century, and 1960s to 2000 is pre-modern.
Yeah, it's a lot of classification.
Well, I've learned.
It's just vintage. I mean, technically, I understand in the wine world, and technically, vintage should always be followed by a year. Like for wine, it's a vintage.
Vintage and the year.
So I guess technically we're not using the term correctly, but...
Well, I've learned a few things.
Okay.
Lots of people responded, and there are many various answers. The number one most popular answer, however, is one that I started with way back in the day. 8 people said, it has to be older than me. And I don't mean me, I mean the person speaking.
Parker 75.
That was a very popular one. 5 people said 20 years or older. 5 people said 50 years or older. And 5 people said pre-1970.
Which is
50 years.
So really 10 in that 50 plus. Then.
Let me read some comments. Eric Bausman said, I generally consider that pens made before the cartridge converter systems to be vintage. And so this is going to be the 50s. I mean,
well, no.
They were...
The first cartridge pen to come out was an Eagle back in correct me if I'm wrong, 1915-ish?
You're wrong. No, but that was not made of plastic, though.
It was made of glass.
Right. The first ones, I think the first
but
patent was
Waterman made some in glass, too, though.
The first patent for a cartridge was in the late 1800s, like 1890s.
Okay.
But they were glass. And so I don't think they were very popular until plastics came, molded plastics.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say he's saying 50s and before.
Yeah, so yeah, we're talking
so
60s
he's delineating vintage at
a filling.
Yeah, filling systems, which I thought was interesting and makes sense.
Okay.
Greg M. says, vintage to me means pre-1960, and this is perfect. Vintage is the perfect undefinable term that marketing people love. That is very
vintage,
true.
Yeah.
David Wilkinson says, vintage, a culturally significant item ranging from 20 to 99 years in age, worthy of being collected. Mm-hmm. And he's pulled that from the antique world, because if something is an antique, it is 100 years old or more. And 20 to 99 is vintage. And that's not really talking just about pens. We're talking about clothing, cars, anything collectible. So I'm really kind of leaning towards that now.
That's a good definition.
Something I learned here is that, and something I hadn't considered before, was that the vintage. What is vintage? It has to be kind of moving.
It is,
as we move through time, vintage gets moved up a little. So I think 20 years is probably a good cutoff, which means you're right.
2000, yeah. Which means I'm right.
Which means you're right. Well, I do have a hard time believing that 1999 was 23 years ago, because it sounds like it was just a couple of days ago.
Yes.
So according to this, anything 2001 could be vintage.
30 years, maybe. 30 years.
I want to know what you think, however, about the Lamy 2000.
What about it?
Is that a vintage pen?
It depends on the year.
That it was actually manufactured?
Yes.
Okay, so a Lamy 2000 made in 1970, actually made, is a vintage Lamy 2000.
Yes.
But one made in 2005, which is essentially the same pen.
Yes.
Okay. So
there are some differences in the feed.
Yeah, there are very few, but there are some differences.
Subtle differences.
So,
I don't know any of them, but
what I like about this question is there is no definitive answer.
Absolutely,
we're never all going to agree on it, and my definition tomorrow might be different from the one I'm telling you right now, but I'm happy with it. 20 years to 99 years, and beyond that is an antique. We have a winner. Maggie52, who commented, vintage is over 50 years. Over 50 years.
Well, that's a solid 1970 before. That's kind of where I'm at.
What you said, yeah. Maggie52, please write to me, Eric at AndersonPens.com, and we will take care of your $20 gift certificate, which is going to be a credit to your Anderson Pens account. I have a new contest, a very special contest. Great. The best ever contest.
I have no idea.
No, I haven't even turned the page yet. You can't see it. All you have to do to enter this contest to win a gift certificate, credit to your account, is comment down below in YouTube to wish me a happy birthday. That's all you have to do. So I am not above paying for happy birthday wishes. And I don't think a $20 gift certificate is good for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to up it.
Oh,
without even discussing it with you, I think something a little arbitrary. What?
How old are you?
Let me do the math. I am
Carry the one.
708 months.
708 months. Okay.
So we'll do.
We're not going to do $708.
How about arbitrary? How about $59? $59 gift
Okay,
certificate.
all right.
All you have to do is wish me a happy birthday
All right.
in the comments below. It'll make me very happy. And you'll be entered to win a random drawing. I won't even pick it this time. I'll have Steph pick it.
Okay.
Steph will pick it. And that's all you have to do. So I think that's good. I'm happy with that.
Excellent.
If I had my little... I mentioned something is coming soon.
Yes.
Ish. I put an ish on the end because I happen to know that it said expected late June, which is soon, but it's a long soon.
April.
A long soon.
3 months.
And were we not just here last week talking about 4 new Sailor Shikiori inks?
I think we were.
And then between then and now, they have introduced 4 new Sailor Manyo inks. Why don't you tell us all about them?
So all 4 of these new Manyo inks are designed with dual shading properties that create an incredible depth in writing, calligraphy, and art. They are Manyo, forgive me if I butcher these, Ayame is a gentle gray-green that shades out to purples and grays. The Manyo Hinoki is a soft blue-gray with shades of purple and green. The Manyo Fuji is a lovely amethyst purple that exhibits violet and blue-violet shading. And the Manyo Koke is an aqua blue ink with shading to purples and some green. 4 new inks will be in the now familiar 50 milliliter square bottle and sometime in late June.
Late June. And I want every single one of them.
They look
Just
nice.
Like
they
I want
really
every
look
single
nice.
one of those 4 Shikioris we talked about last week. None of us have any trouble with the word Fuji.
We've got that one down. We got that one down.
But we're gonna have to keep. They keep giving us new words. That's why we don't get to practice these.
That's why I like Ink Studio. I can pronounce
that was
every one of
pretty
those.
easy. That was pretty easy. Still is. So I'm sure that Justin showed everybody what these look like from the pictures we received, which were nice pictures. And
They're actually marked dual shading on
yes,
the,
they're
on the
marked
label on
dual
the box,
shading,
so.
and they mean it.
They're pretty. Really
They are
nice.
very pretty,
Very
and
nice,
I
nice
cannot
palette.
wait to try these, but I'm going to have to because it's late June. Are these not available in the Japan market? I think I read that.
I don't remember.
I think so. But that means international for them.
Yes.
It's everywhere but Japan. It's not a North American exclusive. And these bottles, I still...
They're great bottles.
I love these
Lovely,
bottles. Lovely
nice,
bottles.
nice improvement over the little squat
Yep.
bottle.
I call them little ice cubes. Little ice cubes.
Beautiful.
That is all I have as far as notes are concerned, so you can just take it away.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. I understand there's a store in Chicago.
There is. Ground floor of the Palmer House Hilton, open 7 days a week. You'll see Lisa there, and next week you will see me there.
Oh, that's right. You're going. You're going to get me off track.
I'm going to get you off track.
Does the Chicago store have a website?
They do. Chicago.andersonpens.com.
I should mention, speaking of Lisa, next week is all Lisa. It is Lisa Week. She's going to be on the podcast. She's going to be the Friday video with her 5, what she calls rebel pens, which I think are just not fountain
Non-fountain pens, yeah.
And she's going to be doing Sunday brunch. So next week is all Lisa all week. Like this video, please, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.